Hey guys, Ridge Outdoors here. Coyote trapping video number 2. Unfortunately, we have not caught anything, but that does not mean we did not learn something. So this set's been here for about 3 weeks, maybe a month. A lot of you guys are like, just leave it, let it sit there, it'll catch something eventually. But I run trail cams. I've been watching my trail cams, and there's coyotes that constantly come through this woods. Maybe I've just noticed it more recently. The colder temps, they've been hanging around a lot more. And maybe the fact that I've moved my trail cams in specific locations, which I thought they would be in, and they were. So I'll go ahead and throw up probably a couple videos up here on the screen of where they've been crossing. So as you can see, where they've been crossing is not the location of my trap. Maybe they've came to my trap before, maybe they haven't, I'm not really sure. There's not a whole lot of sign anymore since I've been out here, to be honest with you guys. So today I'm gonna go ahead and move the trap, and I think it's gonna bring us a lot more success. So there's the fence row. We had a bunch of ash trees fall down right next to the trap. I don't know if that would have thrown anything off, but I finally got all these cut up and out of the way. So now I can move this coyote trap. So going here in the opposite direction of that fence row is that flat set I put in. These branches were already down, and I put this flat set in right here. Flat set still looks good, hasn't been disturbed any. It looks really disguised. There's an obvious hole there with bait down in it still. But like I said, we haven't caught anything here yet. So the trap's right here in this vicinity. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that the trap wasn't the issue, make sure it wasn't locked up or froze to the ground. Like I said, I've used waxed dirt, so it should go off without any issues. Yep. No issues whatsoever. Trap immediately went off. So there's the pan plug. There's the trap entirely MB550. Looks great, still working great, but it hasn't done its job. We still need to catch a coyote. So stay tuned while I move this trap to a different location. All right guys, back in the woods here. I'm gonna show you where my trail cam's located so you can tell exactly where it's pointed and what it's looking at. So you can see where that coyote crossed, right up here. This is actually the trail cam that caught that footage. And there was a downed log right here. I cut that out with a chainsaw. But where I'm gonna put this trap is right down this little four-wheeler trail here. So this is the location that I'm gonna go with. An ash tree some time ago fell right across the four-wheeler trail. I think I'm gonna put a flat set in either right here or right here. I think I'm gonna put it right there actually. So I'm trying to keep it as natural as possible. There's a couple sticks here, picked them up and put them up here as backing. So that coyote's not gonna be able to approach the trap right here from the back side unless he hops over. And at that point, I'm hoping he's gonna step on the trap right here in this location. All right, I'm sure you guys know the drill by now. I'm gonna go ahead and start my bowl for my trap. So we'll go ahead and dig that out real quick. Grabbing all that dirt and just throwing it far behind me as possible. Got my bowl dug out here. Take your trap, went ahead and set it. Sit that down in there, make sure it's gonna fit. This bowl's a little wider than I want it to be, but the trap sits in there nicely, and I'm gonna bed everything in waxed dirt. So we should be good to go on to the next step. And put my dirt hole in. I'd rather do that when there's not a trap in it, you know? So I'm gonna take a drill, backside of this hole here, Make it look like something's living in there with a good pinch point. Got my hole drilled. I'm gonna go ahead and take that excess dirt. Might keep a little bit of it just in case. But other than that, throw all of that to the side. All right, guys, you can see holes drilled. Now I can drive that stake into the ground attached to my trap. Grab my rod. A little pressed on time, guys, I apologize. If you'd like to see a more instructional video on how to put in a coyote flat set, please watch my episode 1. I'm gonna take this fin, put it right in the center there, drive it into the ground. I'm gonna drive this into the ground until that loop goes right below the surface. Pull that guy out. Pick up on your trap. That's been set. So what I like to do, take my hammer, hit right in the middle, kind of make a little pit where you can take all that excess chain and kind of wind it down in it, just like so. So all that extra chain sitting right below the trap. Went ahead and got that trap latch there. Like I said, feed all that excess chain down to that little pit. Get your trap nice and seated. Like to kind of rotate it left and right, get it down on the dirt, and then I'll go ahead and pull it out where I can see the trap's been sitting. I'll kind of use my hand and dig it out a little bit. What I dig out, I'll make up for with wax dirt, so I know this thing is completely weatherproof. Work it back in. It's looking really good. Pull it back out. Remove a little bit of that dirt. Take some of that dirt, push it down on that excess chain. Kind of keep it tucked away. My wax dirt here. Gonna put some just below the trap bed. It's a good start. Take my trap. Make sure the chain's still down here nicely beneath it. Working it left and right where I kind of dug it out. So that trap is nice and seated right there. Take your pan plug, sit it right over your trap. Take the rest of your wax dirt, fill in that trap some more. Now grab it, kind of move it a little bit more. Should be pretty stiff. When I move it, kind of work some of that wax dirt in there even further. But there's not going to be any water whatsoever that gets into this trap. All right, guys, this looks really good. I'm gonna grab some extra dirt, kind of blend this in, make it look all the same color. Then I'm gonna grab some leaves and blend it in even more to make it completely camouflage and make it look as natural as possible. So I didn't grab all my tools, evidently. So I just grabbed some dirt, gonna use my hands. This dirt's real fine. I'm not worried about it doing anything. Obviously, if you find a rock or a nut or something, throw it to the side. Just kind of blend all of this in. Got a couple more handfuls of that dirt. Like I said, we're just blending it in. So I'm gonna take some leaves, just kind of cover this up naturally. Just a few leaves, nothing crazy. Some of them might blow into our dirt hole, who knows. Don't forget there's a live trap under here. I've gotten myself before. So this is all camoed in now. Go ahead and put some bait in the dirt hole. Maybe some coyote urine on the backside, and we'll see what we can catch. Got my bait here and a stick. I'm gonna grab a good chunk of that, just like so. Push it in the very bottom of my hole there. Let me take another little piece. Shake it off in there as well. Last but not least, I'm gonna put a little coyote urine right here on this backside. So we've completely put in a flat set here now, along with the dirt hole. This is kind of an eye appeal, the dirt hole. You want to mimic a critter or a mouse or something of that nature living inside that hole, coyote will come up here, inspect the hole. That's why I like to put it in a pinch point, because he will walk directly right here on top of that trap to look into that hole, and hopefully it'll latch him right at the foot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's all I have for today. I really apologize for being slow on the uploads. Life gets busy, of course. So once again, if you guys enjoyed this video, put that thumbs up button. Subscribe as well if you'd like to see my future content. Hopefully we can catch a nice coyote here in the future, so stay tuned.